Alright, so for our friend date, we ended up going to Dunkin' and getting some drinks and kind of just sitting there and talking. Basically, we talked about college and like what we're majoring in, and then we also talked about where we work and if we like it or not. The conversation wasn't really dominated by anybody. We kind of just like bounced off each other. No one really dominated it. And it wasn't too hard to keep conversation going. I mean, it was a little hard at first, but then we kind of got the hang of it. So my overall experience for the friend date was pretty good. Just kind of hung out. And then one thing I learned about Chris is that we are both applying to Stockton, so what a coincidence. Yes, this did meet my expectations. It's exactly what I expected it was going to be. What I would say to someone that's to complete this next week is that don't worry, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that nerve-wracking. You kind of just, you show up and then you just hang out. It's not really anything crazy. Expect it to be awkward at first, especially if you don't know someone or like you're not friends with them. It is going to be awkward because obviously it's the first time you're meeting someone, so don't expect it to like just click right away. But I mean, I feel like all of us are the same. We're all high school students, so like I feel like it's not that hard to relate to each other, especially if you're both in the same class. It kind of, works and stuff. But, yeah.
Alright guys, so I'm Chris, and my friend date was with Ashley, and we met last Friday on November the 8th. There wasn't really many highlights of the friend date. It was kind of just like a normal sit-together, get-to-know each other kind of thing. We went to Dunkin' Donuts on Route 9, and it was fun. We talked, we got to know each other a little bit because I had never met Ashley before or anything like that, so it was good to get to know her. We started talking about just each other and like what we like, kind of. No one really dominated the conversation. We were kind of both ready to talk when we arrived, and it wasn't really hard to start the conversation or anything. We talked about college, where we work, our cars. We both don't like our job, so that's something we had in common and that we said at the start. My overall experience on the friend date was fun. It was really good to meet new people. Obviously, it's going to be a little awkward when you first start, especially because me and Ashley had never met. So we were kind of both going into the friend date blind. One thing I learned about her was that she works at a dance studio and that she wants to dance in college. And we also both applied to Stockton already, so that was something we had in common and talked about for a little bit. With the experience on the friend date, it honestly exceeded my expectations because, like I said, me and Ashley had never met each other, and I didn't know what to expect. It took us a while to like communicate and set up the friend date. So but overall experience at the friend date, it was fun, successful. It wasn't too hard or anything like that. Something I would say to someone who has to complete this by next week, just don't be nervous. And one thing I learned, which I take responsibility in, I feel like I should have communicated earlier and we shouldn't have waited to the last minute. So if you have 1 week to do this, I would definitely recommend getting in touch with your friend date or whoever you have to go out with right away so that it leaves you guys more time to do this. They should expect obviously a little awkwardness at the start, but nothing much after that. If you guys are both like outgoing people, then like me and Ashley were, you should have no problem keeping a conversation after the first like minute or so, because then you guys get to know each other a little more and it's not too bad after that. So there you go.